That's the Capricorn moon.
You're not going to see guys going for life.
Action produces and distributes more of your mouth.
You're watching the Total TV Network.
Is there anything better than Christian videos talking about life lessons? No! We've already talked about money management and drugs. What could be next? I guess we'll just have to make do with this. This is the Rejection Connection. It's an episode of a series called the Fast Forward series, which itself is a part of a VHS network known as Total TV. I mean, not like that was confusing or anything. For posterity's sake, let's just call it the Rejection Connection and just move right along. The Rejection Connection was released in 1994 by Priority One Publishing. And that's all I got on it, because apparently there exists nothing on the internet to let me know anything else about this video. Then the next question is, what is it about? It's about teens dealing with peer pressure. And how does the Rejection Connection deal with this serious issue? Like this.
I see you wearing black today. Reminiscent of the 9th grade. Your punk stage. Chains and leather.
No,
I like that.
I don't remember that at all, actually. I was working for the CIA.
Actually, you look more like Johnny Cash. The man in black.
I want wine.
That's right, these two numbnuts are the host of the show. I'm not really sure what it is with these Christian videos and weird hosts, but look at who we've had. A Russian guy, two dense, dry-humping siblings, a talking book, a robot, and now two yuppies talking about shit like this.
Sometimes they'll even wear certain clothes to fit in. You know, the chains, leather, black, that sort of thing. They're so desperate to fit in. They will do anything, even when they think they're being loners.
You can't ever just leave me alone, can you?
Wow, I can't believe how hip these guys are. Obviously, they should be the ones to tell teens about peer pressure, am I right? No! Let's meet them. First, we have...
Hi, I'm Polly Butler.
She's a woman, in case you couldn't tell. And then we have Fucker. I mean...
Rebel without a clue.
No, that's not it.
And I'm Jeremy Schwartz.
Yeah, that's it. In case you couldn't tell, I don't like this guy. Yeah, he's another one of those guys. He's just another name on the long list of people that I can't stand. And I don't know why. There's just something about these guys that I can't stand. Whether it's their attempt to try to make humor in vain, or they steal the show with their over-the-top acting, something about them makes me not like them. Take this, for example.
We both like me.
I mean, come on! That was terrible! It's not like I've ever made a terrible joke like that. Piece of cake, huh? Maybe it should have been this.
This first scene is how you say, piece of ziffer to translate.
Did you get it? Instead of an American dessert, he should have said a Russian dessert, because he's Russian.
Tell me where in the world is
Quickly's Village.
So, I hate myself, apparently? That would explain a lot. You know, a wise man once said,
But you can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs.
ain't that the truth? So let's just move right along. seeing as how I have been critical of...
Without a clue.
No.
And I'm Jeremy Schwartz.
Yeah. I thought it would be nice and give him a freebie of sorts.
Well, what about you? What about you and all your other weird little friends with your poofy hair and your poofy clothes? You look like a bunch of blonde little Genghis Khans running around trying to conquer social Mongolia.
That is either the worst or the best line I have ever heard, and I'm not sure which. I'm also sure that social Mongolia doesn't exist. Let's take a look. Since this is a low-budget film, one should not be surprised that they have legally different copyright music. Check it out. God, where have I heard that before? Really? That's the best song you could come up with? That song came out in 1991. It was already out of date by 1994. Who the hell was listening to CNC Music Factory in 1994? That's awkward. I'm gonna do what any good politician does and just deny. Moving on, did you notice this in that same segment? I'm not sure why they felt the need to parody Subterranean Homesick Blues by Bob Dylan, but I guess they thought it was cool? I mean, when I think of contemporary in 1994, Bob Dylan is not the first name that comes to mind. So I'm not really sure why they parodied this. If this is a video for teens, they're probably not going to be all that much into Bob Dylan. So I guess they did it for reasons? Also, in that same segment, this happens. What is going on in this clip? She looks like she's in fear of her life. Should we be seeing this? Does anyone care?
Nope.
Okay, great, I guess, right? Let me tell you something. If something happens to her, this is your fault, not mine. Leaving the uncomfortableness behind, we move on to picking on the editor. For this.
Some friends so bad and I wanted to be accepted. I was just this little grain of sand in this huge beach that I just didn't know what to do.
Come on, do your job. Has this person never seen a beach before? That's a desert. You could call this Nick picking. Get it? Because my first name is Nick? Huh? Ah, bite me. Like you could do any better?
Yes! 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 1,000 times yes!
Ugh, whatever. Feels like an eternity since we heard from the yuppies. Let's go check back in with them.
Or perhaps it's because they're looking for friends in all the wrong places.
Good answer. Off key, but good answer.
Thank you very much.
I'm not even sure what to say about this, other than the hell. I kept hoping that a train would come and run them over, but alas, it didn't. Speaking of trains, why are they doing this on train tracks? Was it to try to be hip and cool? Is it supposed to represent the journey that adolescents take to... You know what? No, fuck that. Want to know why they're filming on train tracks? I don't know. Maybe it's the same reason they decided to film in an alley covered with cardboard boxes. What are they waiting for, an action movie fight scene to break out?
I don't know, maybe they ship fully inflated balloons overseas.
He's boxed in.
Yeah, well, I'm cardboard.
Shut up, you two.
We can't even go 10 seconds without this ass clown saying something dumb. Case in point.
I mean, think about it. Your parents ever sit you down and say, son, this is how you make friends? No, they didn't.
Well, they did sit me down and they had that little chat about the birds and the bees.
No,
with
Jeremy,
me.
let's stay on track.
I like that talk.
Did he just blow his wad? I can easily imagine that this was the only time in this guy's life that he's ever been close to sex. Who would ever touch his penis?
Is we're on our own because we're living in a cold, cruel world.
Yeah, because you exist. Didn't John Lennon mention Jeremy in his song Imagine? Let's check it out.
Imagine there's no
I'm Jeremy Schwartz.
easy if you try.
Want to know how I know that this video takes place in the 90s? Okay, one, I told you, but the other reason is the staggering amount of flannel shirts worn by people in this. I mean, it was 1994 after all. Let's take a brief moment and play a round of Spot the Flannel. That was fun. How about something confusing? Try this.
But I think there's a difference between being popular and well-liked. I mean, you can be popular, but you're not necessarily, accepted and well-liked.
Oh, I don't get it. Explain.
Well, it's like that actress in Hollywood. The one that's kind of causing all that trouble.
Right.
I mean, she's famous, but she's not necessarily well-liked.
Okay, are you talking?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But
Did you get that? I have no idea who they are talking about. At first, I thought maybe they were talking about Ellen DeGeneres, but that was like 1997. The only reason that I thought that maybe it would be Ellen DeGeneres because they're Christian and they don't like gay people, especially in the 90s. But the only other person that I could think of was Tonya Harding, but she's not an actress, so I have no idea who the fuck this could be. For all I know, they could just be making it up, but the funk if I know. As if this video already hadn't dumped a load of shit on us, literally seconds after the lame celebrity thing, this happens.
it's like everybody's like that nowadays, it seems. Everybody is these imitations of these fake humans. It's like an invasion from Mars, all those aliens that came down and they had like those belly buttons on the back of their head. And that's what you do.
No. Now's the time to bring.
Are you fucking kidding me? Aliens with belly buttons on their necks. Would that not be a neck button, considering that a belly button only exists on the belly? That would be some weird aliens, though, if they were birthed with an umbilical cord attached to their necks. Did I mention that I hate this guy?
Yes!
That's what I thought.
Time to bring in our expert, Bill Myers. I know he's real. We had him checked.
Oh, a celebrity, you say? Well, what a lucky little mouseketeer I happen to be. Yeah! Doesn't this guy just scream celebrity with his flannel shirt and red drinking cup? God, he looks like he's at a party, not shooting a video. And why is he in a classroom? Was this to try to relate to kids? Yes. It just doesn't make sense. And that seems to be the theme of this video, to not make sense.
Thanks, guys. Now, it's true I'm not from Mars, but I do work in Hollywood, which does pass for a foreign planet.
Oh, shut up. I mean, Hollyweird? That's the best you could come up with? God, that's even lamer than most of my jokes. So you're probably asking, who the hell is this guy, and what the hell is he famous for? Well, for the uninitiated, he's the creator of McGee and Me. And what the hell is McGee and Me? McGee and Me is a Christian's kid show about a kid who has to deal with normal kid problems, like faith, kites, God issues, Ovaltine. The only difference is he gets help from his cartoon friend, McGee.
They just don't make films like that anymore. Great story, great dialogue, and a particularly great performance by the lead. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this a thumbs up.
No way, if that film was any flatter, it would be in the House of Pancakes.
If you still don't understand what this show is, just imagine a Christian version of Lizzie McGuire that's much, much worse, and there you go. That's McGee and Me.
Remember I said you're not alone? No matter how good-looking or athletic or smart you think others are.
Oh, you got more? What crap you pushing this time?
They have things about themselves they don't like. We all have things about ourselves we don't like.
This got me wondering, what sort of things does our good old friend here hate about himself? So I broke into his permanent record and I found the following.
Up and try again.
Matt's right. Finding friends can be hard, but they're out there. And there will be times, even when you're trying your hardest, that you're still going to feel rejected.
What is this guy's fucking malfunction? Now he's eating candy and leaning back in his goddamn chair. I think he's drunk or just doesn't give a rat's ass. He could try and take this more seriously. There are kids talking about eating disorders and suicide, and this jackass is worried about his fucking hair.
How's my hair?
Fucking A, he just keeps talking because why not, right?
Now, when that happens, well, keep in mind that you're not some sort of pimple on the face of humanity. Maybe a minor blackhead, but definitely not a pimple.
Oh, really? There are no pimples on the face of humanity. I can name 5 right off the top of my head, dude.
Yeah, and make this one scary.
And that's a lot of lunch money.
You look like a bunch of blonde little Genghis Khans.
How's my hair? How's my hair? How's my hair?
See? That was easy, you douche.
You're loved by God. Do you know what that means? It means he knows you through and through. It means he not only accepts you, he kind of likes you.
That's kind of weird and stalkerish. I barely know him. I bet God is the type that will kiss on the first date and expect you to pay for the whole dinner.
And just like you want to hang around your friends, God wants to hang around you.
I thought God and I agreed we needed some separation. When he started leaving dead pigeons on my doorstep, I knew it was time for a break.
I'm beginning to think that these kids are right, though. You know, maybe, just maybe, if we got everyone together and channel all of our positive energy and we got our spirits in sync, we jumped on the karma train, man, there's peace.
Aw, fuck, I thought he was dead. He hadn't been on screen for like 10 minutes. I'd totally forgotten about him.
In your weak attempt at humor. Weak.
Well, thank you, Polly, for finally doing something and telling that asshole to shut up.
This guy is not having the best of days.
Man, we just left this guy. Can we get something or someone who's not a total goddamn tool? No! Wait, they didn't. They did. Oh my god. Check out what they ripped off. Like so many other parts of this video, I have no earthly idea why they chose this one specific thing to rip off. Were they big fans of Seinfeld? I just don't get it. I mean, there has to be a reason for this. Were they thinking that Seinfeld is cool and hip so the kids are going to be interested in this? Yes! Yes! They're using it as a lead-in to the next talking point, but the talking points are serious issues involving kids. Every time I hear this thing, I keep expecting Kramer to come just walking right on in. I guess Bill Myers has no shame. I mean, after all, he does work in Hollyweird.
Hollyweird.
And that's basically it. There's not really much left to this video.
Wait a minute. Guys, can we back up that?
What? No, we have to be done. This has to be the end of the video.
Well, nothing's going to depress us faster than feeling that we should be or that we should do things that aren't possible.
What do you mean it's not possible? Just stop talking.
So, if you're constantly getting depressed...
What are you rambling about?
Try not to be too judgmental.
Oh, I can be judgmental with you because you are an asshole.
Because maybe, just maybe, you're being a little bit unfair.
I'm being unfair? I cannot be the only person who wants this to end.
You're not alone.
Of course I'm not the only one. Who the hell would want to keep hearing you talk?
Now, look, I know it's not easy.
Of course it's not easy, listening to you drone on and on and on.
Find out if there's a problem.
I already know what the problem is, and the problem is you.
And that can be easily corrected.
Well, then correct it. It can't be that goddamn hard.
Stop and ask yourself, am I doing this because it's what's right?
Yeah, I would think so.
If you feel overwhelmed...
What are you talking about?
You know, get a checkup from a doctor.
Why are you asking if I need a checkup? What the hell does that have to do with anything we've been talking about?
Maybe you need to get past the mistake and get on with life.
Believe me, I would love to, but you won't shut up.
And what about sleep? Try getting some.
You know what? We're getting nowhere. That much is clear.
But the question is, how long are you going to keep torturing yourself?
Well, I would have to say that this is torture.
Life isn't supposed to be that way.
Thanks for stating the obvious, Captain Obvious. Tell you what, do you want to do the final wrap-up?
No more and no less.
Then by all means, just do it.
That we end up feeling isolated, defeated, and most of all depressed.
Well, that was a happy ending. What about you two ass clowns? You got anything else?
We do, although we did try dating.
Ooh, hated it.
Didn't work, got a
Terrible.
refund.
Oh.
Oof, bad.
Oh, nightmares.
Eek.
I swear to Simon Belmont that one day I'm gonna burn this whole goddamn place down, and that's a
fact check.
So till next time, remember to ask.
How's my hair?
Here we are, 123 Fake Street.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.
I think I'd like to drop off the face of the earth. I cannot believe I just hog-tied a clown.
The last fork we teach in this section is the sun.
Oh, go fork yourself.
You're not even a real journalism. That's right.
Say goodbye, Jeremy.
Osmosis amoebas, mi Winnebago.
Goodbye.
How's my hair?
Good. I'll be in my trailer.